So Mercedes just dropped what might be a bombshell on the Formula One world. This isn't just their car for the 2026 season. Oh no, this is a machine they are betting everything on to put them right back on the throne. And it is a massive, massive gamble.
Now, to really get why this is such a big deal, you got to remember just one number: 8. From 2014 to 2021, Mercedes didn't just win, they absolutely crushed the competition, locking down 8 straight world titles. It was, without a doubt, the most dominant, suffocating run of success the sport has ever seen.
But, well, the last few years, they've been a total reality check for the Silver Arrows, right? They've kind of been lost, stuck in the midfield. So that brings us to the billion-dollar question. With the rules being completely rewritten for 2026, can they actually climb back to the top? And this is the weapon they've built to do it. Everybody, meet the Mercedes W17. This thing is not an evolution of their old car. It is a full-blown revolution, designed from a completely blank sheet of paper to master a new era of Formula One.
And for their drivers, George Russell and that electrifying young talent Kimi Antonelli, this car, man, it's their entire future. It's their shot at finally getting back to the front, fighting for wins, fighting for championships, something this team has been absolutely starved of lately.
Okay, but to really understand why the W17 is such a big deal, we have to look back at just how steep that fall has been. We're not just talking about a slump here. This is pretty much the collapse of a dynasty.
I mean, just look at the contrast here on this timeline. You've got this unbelievable age of dominance, and then, boom, it's like they hit a cliff. The second the last set of rules came in, they just fell off. And that's why 2026 isn't just another season. For Mercedes, it is absolutely make or break.
Yeah, and Mercedes isn't just, hoping for a little improvement here and there. Nope. They are betting the entire house on what everyone is calling the biggest rule change in F1 history to completely reset the board and give them that shot to jump right back to the front. And this slide really gives you a sense of the scale we're talking about. This isn't just minor tweaks. It is a total teardown. You've got new chassis rules. They're meant to make the cars smaller, lighter, get that closer racing we all want. The new power units, simpler, but with more electric punch. And then there's the mandated 100% sustainable fuels, which is a huge leap for the sport. It's literally a blank canvas for every single team out there.
Okay, but here is where the plot really thickens. This is where the paddock drama starts. Rival teams are getting, let's say, deeply concerned that Mercedes, and maybe even Red Bull, have found a very, very clever and potentially controversial advantage with the new engine rules. And it all boils down to this one kind of technical concept: compression ratio. Now, in the simplest terms I can put it, just think of it as how hard an engine can squeeze that mix of fuel and air right before it goes bang. The harder you squeeze, the bigger the bag. And yeah, the more power you get.
All right, so here's the suspected genius of what they might have done. The rules say, hey, the compression ratio is capped at 16-1. Simple enough. But, and believe me, this is a multi-million-dollar but, that measurement has to be taken at room temperature, for standardization. The big rumor swirling around is that Mercedes has designed an engine where that ratio actually goes up as the engine gets screaming hot during a race. That would give them a power boost that's, on paper, totally legal.
And get this, Red Bull's engine boss, a direct rival, didn't exactly pour cold water on it. This quote, it's a masterclass in throwing shade. He's basically saying, hey, any engineer who doesn't get how heat affects metal shouldn't even be here. See what he's doing? He's not calling it a loophole, he's calling it smart engineering.
So, okay, the car's out there, the rumors are flying all over the place, so what actually happens next? What's the timeline from now until that first race in 2026?
Well, the whole process has already kicked off. We've seen the digital pictures. The car's set for its first shakedown run at Silverstone. That's basically just to make sure all the bits and pieces work. And then it's off to Barcelona for the big one, the all-important preseason test. That's where we'll get the first real hints about who's got the performance and who doesn't.
And of course, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff is, unsurprisingly, spinning this whole thing as a masterstroke. He's not talking about loopholes, no way. He's talking about innovation and focus. It's a classic F1 power play, right? That's exactly the kind of message you send when you're clawing your way back to the top.
And all of this, it just leaves us with the one huge, tantalizing question that's going to define the start of the season. Mercedes has made its move. They've placed their bet on some seriously clever engineering. But
in the super secretive world of Formula One, has another team on the grid found an even better, maybe even faster answer to this whole 2026 puzzle? Well, I guess we're all about to find out.